All right, so what's up? My name's Tony Chaplin. I'm currently 26 years old, and I just wanted to get on here and talk about my diagnosis of having fibromyalgia. I don't see a lot of videos on it. Well, I do see a good amount, but I don't see a lot of videos like with just people talking about how they feel and things like that. Just so you can see that other people got it and see what's hurting or helping others. So I got some notes that I'm going to reference real quick. Let me just open this up. Just like some notes I took on my iPad. But let me turn this brightness down. But for the first thing I'm going to talk about are some of the symptoms I have and how I got to being diagnosed with fibromyalgia, because it was actually kind of a long time. So some of the things that I experience are pain, that's the biggest one, fatigue. I've also got IBS. The type of IBS I have is like the mixed, so it can be either or. I do suffer from some brain fog, being kind of confused, searching for words, things like that, memory and concentration problems. Like, it seems like I get fatigued in my mind sometimes too. Like, I'll be overwhelmed. I do have sleep issues too, like sleep apnea, insomnia, and also depression and anxiety. The biggest things for me are the pain, the fatigue, and then the mental health side of things. Because recently I was hospitalized for like some SI issues. Because the pain and the fatigue and my work-life balance were really taking a toll on me, and I was ready to give up. Honestly, I did not want my life to be like this. I didn't want to deal with my life the way it was, and it took me to a place where I needed to be hospitalized for a while. I'm currently in the Navy as a medic, and I work over at the pharmacy, and we've had some issues with patients, like yelling at us and things like that, and just dealing with a combination of that mixed with my symptoms and what's going on with my body. It just put me over the edge and took me into a place where I needed help getting out of it. So fibromyalgia affects me on a daily basis with how I feel and how I interact with people. Because of the anxiety and the depression, I do seem like I'm down most of the time, or I'm just tired, or I just don't want to do anything. And it's kind of hard to explain to people, like, I just don't want to be bothered that much, I'm noticing, because I'm dealing with those things. But something that has helped me with the pain side of things is honestly distractions. When I'm at work, I do have a couple of friends that I go to, and they do make me laugh. We do have like interesting conversations and things like that, and we keep each other kind of busy throughout the day, and that actually gets my mind off of the pain that I'm feeling, and that's a big part of it. Distraction. If I can find something that captures my focus enough to where I'm not thinking about what's going on inside of my body, that's the best. And I think that'll work for anybody. I think that's a big thing, like that scene from Major Payne. I don't know if you've seen that movie, but Major Payne, whenever somebody was injured and they were having a lot of pain, he would take their finger and break it. And it's kind of like that same mentality, except not as extreme. It's like distracting your brain from the pain and putting your focus towards something else. So that part of the brain kind of stays inactive, and you can kind of get past that pain. So that's one way I've been dealing with it. Also, I've been going to a lot of therapy sessions. I do see a psychiatrist, a psychologist, and I'm currently in IOP, which is like intensive outpatient. It's kind of like a group therapy kind of thing. I was sent to that after being hospitalized for the issues with my safety concerns and things like that. Honestly, that has been somewhat of a mixed bag because me personally, I have a lot of anxiety, especially with new people or people I don't know. So it's been kind of hard to open up. Um, it's been a lot better now since I've gotten to know each person, hear what they're going through, and understand who they are as people, instead of just being in a room full of strangers. That has helped a lot. But also, they teach you a lot of things like coping skills, how to deal with hard people to talk to, which is really good for me because sometimes, or most of the time, I'm dealing with people that are very angry, very tired. Being in the pharmacy, it's like the last stop before they get to go home, so they're not in the best mindset to be the kindest people in the world. Um, and understanding how to talk to those people, how to connect with those people, has been a big help. Um, Also, just like getting a perspective on things or problems that you have with a group of people that have gone through similar things or things that you might not have experienced and how they dealt with it has also helped me immensely. Um, so far, um, medication wise, I'm currently on a regimen of Lyrica. So I'm taking the Lyrica for the pain. I'm currently on 50 milligrams 3 times a day. Also, Cymbalta. I was told that that could help with my mental health conditions as well as fibromyalgia pain. I'm taking 90 milligrams, so 30 in the morning, 60 at night. I'm also taking quetiapine, which is like an antipsychotic medication to help with sleeping. I was originally on trazodone for sleep, but it didn't really do what I needed it to. Um, so we switched to that. Honestly, I really do like this regimen of medication. Um, However, the pain, it does go through that medication. Um, and as for pain in my body or where I have it, it's mainly in my neck, down to my shoulders, down to my elbows, wrists, my lower back, my hips, my knees, my ankles, and my feet. Um, and with that, um, I've had quite a few injuries being in the military. I've been hit by a car. I've fallen off of ropes. I sprained my ankles many times. Um, but yeah, I've had a lot of injuries, and the way I got to um, finding out I have fibromyalgia was thinking I had lupus, because I was talking to my doctor, and at this point I was pretty fed up with everything that was going on, and I told him like, hey, there's no way that this is all like a coincidence, you know? All these symptoms that I'm having, there's no chance this isn't something else. Like there has to be something. So he referred me to a rheumatologist to get screened for lupus. And after seeing them and giving them my full medical records, um, they came to the conclusion that it was fibromyalgia, which made sense to me because I pretty much am a cookie cutter case of it. But the biggest thing that I would say is figuring out how to deal with the fatigue. I still don't really know how to do that. It does get me. I do like crash. Sometimes I wake up and I don't feel like I've slept. I get to work. It's hard to keep my head up. I just feel myself sinking into my body when I get the fatigue, and I still have no idea how to deal with it. I drink coffee, but that's only like right in the morning. I drink a black like iced Americano, and that's it. I don't take energy drinks during the day or anything like that. I don't want them to keep me up because of all the sleep issues I have, but I don't really know what to do with that. If anyone has any suggestions or ways that they've dealt with their fatigue, that I would really like to know, because it's draining. It seems like I get mentally drained during the day. I get beat up by the patients, dealing with difficult people, and by the time I get home, I'm too tired to do anything else besides wash myself up, get in bed, go to sleep, and do everything over again. Um, yeah. And I just want to get on here and say, hey, you're not alone if you have fibromyalgia. I'm still trying to figure this out myself. If you have any ways that you've dealt with it, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know. Thanks.